Hi, I'm Dr. M A Malik, Assistant Professor of Economics. Today, we are going to discuss regarding the contribution of famous economists. ప్రధాన ఆర్థికవేత్తలకు సంబంధించిన కొంత సమాచారాన్ని ఈరోజు మనం తెలుసుకోబోతున్నాం. ముందుగా ఆడమ్ స్మిత్ని గురించి తెలుసుకుందాం. Adam Smith is regarded as father of economics because Adam Smith is the person who studied economics first time as a special subject. Adam Smith అర్థశాస్త్రాన్ని మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా ప్రత్యేక శాస్త్రంగా అధ్యయనం చేసిన వ్యక్తి. That is the reason he is regarded as father of economics. As we see here, his lifetime is from 1723 to 1790. And his famous contributions, you see, the theory of moral sentiments he has written in the year 1759. And in the year 1776, he has written an inquiry into the nature and the causes of wealth of nations. This is the famous book regarding economics in which economics is studied as a special subject first time. Prior to it, economics was studied as part of political science, psychology, and sociology. But Adam Smith is the first person who studied economics as a special subject first time by writing a book, an inquiry into the nature and the causes of wealth of nation. దేశాల సంపద స్వభావము కారణాల అన్వేషణ అనే గ్రంథాన్ని రాసిన ఆడమ్ స్మిత్ ఆ గ్రంథంలో అర్థశాస్త్రాన్ని ప్రత్యేక శాస్త్రంగా మొట్టమొదటిసారి అధ్యయనం చేయడం జరిగింది. అందువల్లనే ఆడమ్ స్మిత్ను ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ ఎకనామిక్స్ అంటారు. ఇదే గ్రంథంలో అర్థశాస్త్రాన్ని సంపదకు సంబంధించిన శాస్త్రంగా ఆడమ్ స్మిత్ పేర్కొంటారు. అకార్డింగ్ విత్ ది ఆడమ్ స్మిత్, economics deals with the wealth, how to earn wealth, or how to earn wealth by the persons and by the nations is dealt by economics, he says. And the famous quotation of Adam Smith is, "The real tragedy of the poor is poverty of their aspirations." Generally, when we talk of poor, we talk of the problems of their hunger, the scarcity of clothes, not having shelter, etc. But Adam Smith says the real tragedy regarding poor is the scarcity of their aspirations. అంటే పేద ప్రజల యొక్క నిజమైన సమస్య వారికి ఆశయాలు లేకపోవడమే. అంటే ఆయన దృష్టిలో if they have aspirations, if they try to achieve it, they would overcome the poverty. పేద ప్రజలు ఆశయాలను కలిగి ఉన్నట్లయితే ఆ ఆశయాలను సాధించడంలో భాగంగా వారు పేదరికం నుంచి అధిగమిస్తారు అనేది మనకు ఆడమ్ స్మిత్ భాషలో అనిపిస్తుంది అన్నమాట. ఇక నెక్స్ట్ వెళ్దాం మనం. నెక్స్ట్ one of the famous economists is Alfred Marshall. His lifetime is 26 July 1842 to 13 July 1924. The Alfred Marshall's famous book is Principles of Economics, which he has written in the year 1890. He is known as one of the founders of economics because even today, the principles regarding microeconomics, most of the principles regarding microeconomics, we can find in principles of economics. That is the reason he is known as one of the founders of economics. His famous book is Principles of Economics. Adam Smith's famous book was Wealth of Nations, an inquiry into the nature and the causes of wealth of nations, was written by Adam Smith. And the Principles of Economics was written by Alfred Marshall. Regarding definitions is concerned, Adam Smith defined the economics as the study of wealth, but Alfred Marshall defined the economics as the study of welfare. Of course, he says economics in one way deals with the wealth, but in another way, and in more important aspect of study of economics is the welfare of human beings. In that aspect, Alfred Marshall definition is regarded as welfare economics. Adam Smith's definition is wealth definition, and Alfred Marshall's definition is regarded as welfare definition. Let us see the famous quote of Alfred Marshall. The famous quote of Alfred Marshall is, "The hope that poverty and ignorance may gradually be extinguished." Adam Smith says the tragedy of the poor, the real tragedy of the poor is, poverty of aspirations. And Alfred Marshall says the hope that poverty and ignorance may gradually be extinguished. What he means to say is, poverty and ignorance are not permanent phenomena, not natural phenomena. They are artificial phenomena, and in course of time, they are due to be extinguished. We can eliminate them. We can overcome them. We can eradicate them. So, the poor people should have aspirations to eliminate it. That is the link between the Adam Smith and Alfred Marshall regarding their quotes. If the poor people have the aspirations to overcome it, they can overcome it because these are not natural phenomena and these are not permanent phenomena. They are artificial phenomena, poverty and ignorance, and they can be eliminated. Next, we go to the Lionel Robbins. Lionel Robbins, the lifetime of Lionel Robbins is from 22nd November 1898 to recently 15th May 1984. The famous attribution of Lionel Charles Robbins is his definition. His definition is regarded as scarcity definition in modern definition. He says economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. రాబిన్స్ తాను ఇచ్చిన నిర్వచనం ద్వారా ప్రాచుర్యం పొందారు. ఆయన ఏమంటారంటే, మానవుని అనంతమైన కోరికలకు ప్రత్యామ్నాయ ప్రయోజనాలున్న పరిమిత సాధనాలకు మధ్య మానవ ప్రవర్తన అధ్యయనమే అర్థశాస్త్రం. మానవుని అనంతమైన కోరికలకు ప్రత్యామ్నాయ ప్రయోజనాలున్న పరిమిత సాధనాలకు మధ్య మానవ ప్రవర్తన అధ్యయనమే Arthashastram. Economics is the science which studies human behavior as a relationship between ends and scarce means which have alternative uses. This definition was given by him in the year 1932 in a essay he wrote, an essay on the nature and significance of economic science. In this definition, we can found four important elements. One is human beings have unlimited wants. మానవునికి అనంతమైన కోరికలు. And they have scarce means. They have scarce means. కోరికలు అనంతం, కానీ కోరికలను తీర్చే సాధనాలు పరిమితంగా. These scarce means have alternative uses. సాధనాలు పరిమితంగా ఉంటాయి, కానీ ఈ పరిమిత సాధనాలు ప్రత్యామ్నాయ ప్రయోజనాలను కలిగి. Then the question arises is choice. Which is to be selected? ఎప్పుడైతే ప్రత్యామ్నాయ ప్రయోజనాల్ని కలిగి ఉన్న పరిమిత సాధనాలు ఉంటాయో, దేనిని ఎంపిక చేసుకోవాలి, ప్రత్యామ్నాయ ప్రయోజనాలలో దేనిని ఎంపిక చేసుకోవాలనే సమస్య వస్తుంది. ఎందుకు వచ్చింది ఈ సమస్య? బికాస్ స్కేర్స్ మీన్స్ ఉండడం వల్ల ఎంపిక సమస్య అనేది వచ్చింది. The choice problem arises due to scarcity. That's why his definition is regarded as scarcity definition. So Lionel Charles Robbins is known with his definition, scarcity definition. Let us see another economist, Paul Samuelson. The lifetime of Paul Samuelson is from 15th May 1915 to 13th December 2009. Recently, it was studied. The Samuelson is known with his famous definition that is called growth definition. An introductory analysis, economics and introductory analysis, a book written by him, published in the year 1948. He says, the famous quote, the growth definition he has given, he says the famous quotation of Paul Samuelson is, politicians like to tell people what they want to hear, and what they want to hear is what won't happen. Politicians like to tell people what they want to hear, and what they want to hear is what won't happen. Generally, political leaders like to speak in public time and like to speak on the thing which is in public mind, but in general, it is not going to be happening. That's why Samuelson says, politicians like to tell people what they want to hear. ప్రజలు ఏమి వినాలనుకుంటారో దానిని రాజకీయ నాయకులు చెప్తారు. వీరు ఈ వినాలనుకున్నది రాజకీయ నాయకులు చెప్తారు, కానీ చెప్పింది ఎప్పుడు జరిగే అవకాశం ఉంది. ఇది పాల్ సామ్యుల్సన్ యొక్క quote, the famous one. Next, we will see regarding John Maynard Keynes, J.M. Keynes, popularly known as J.M. Keynes. His lifetime is 5th June 1883 to 21st April 1946. And Keynes, the contribution is his famous book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest and Money. The General Theory of Employment, Interest find money, which he has written in the year 1936. This was the book he wrote in response to the economic depression, the famous World Economic Depression, which occurred in between 1929 and 1933. During that, very low demand to the goods, very low prices, low profits, low savings, low investment, low employment opportunities, hence unemployment. During that period, this crisis, this economic depression crisis, one of the stages of trade cycles, the economic depression. How to overcome depression? He suggested the measures in this book, The General Theory of Employment, Interest, and Money. He says we have to provide the employment to the people. If we are unable to provide the employment to the people in production sector, in service sector, just they provide to employment to dig and bury, so that people feel that they are getting in, they got employment and they're getting income, they are getting income and start spending. When spending starts, demand increases, prices increases, profit increases, and saving rate increases, and investment increases, and more employment opportunities. That way, we can overcome the depression, he says. How to invest? If government don't have the money, government can present deficit finance by printing additional currency. This was the monetary deficit solution he has given to the economic depression. And his famous quote is, ideas shape the course of history. History turns, otherwise, history is created. The foundation for a turning point is idea. The turning point to shape history is idea. First, idea comes in mind when action starts. Because of the action, history starts. So, the great people think more and get an idea, get into action, and strive to achieve, then history is created. So this is the famous quote. Ideas shape the course of history. And Karl Marx, Karl Heinrich Marx, his lifetime is 5th May 1818, 14th March 1883. And the Karl Marx is not just an economist. He's a philosopher. He's a sociologist. He's an historian. He's a journalist too. And he's the revolutionary socialist. His famous works are many, but out of them, the Communist Manifesto, he has written in the year 1848, and Das Kapital, he has written in that. During his lifetime, 1867 to 1894. The year 1894, it was published, of course. So, he's known as the philosopher of war, the philosopher for the poor. And his famous quote is, workers of the world unite You have nothing to lose but your chains. Workers. The workers may be the agriculture sector. Workers may be the industrial sector. Workers may be the trade sector. Unite. By getting united, nothing is going to last by you. Nothing is going to be lost by you. You are going to lose just your chains. ప్రపంచ కార్మికులారా ఏకం కండి, పోరాడితే పోయేదేమి లేదు, బానిస సంఖ్య లేదు. Workers, what they have hands to do physically, they have mind to eat and help. Nothing else the product. So once you unite, you will get your proportion in production and distribution, so that you will be released of chains. You will be released from these chains, he says. And another quotation of him is, democracy is the road to socialism. What is socialism? If all the factors of production are owned by the state, and under its supervision, production and distribution is made. That is called socialism. To achieve the socialism, democratic setup is must. So he says democracy is the road to achieve socialism. Next, Amartya Sen, born 3rd November 1953. He is an Indian economist and still alive. And he was awarded Nobel Memorial Prize in the year 1998. And he is known with welfare economics. Economics must be used as a tool to increase the welfare of the people. The contribution to welfare economics, social choice theory, economics and social justice, economic theories of famines. During famines, he says, during droughts and famines, he says, people died not because of scarcity of food. He says, people died because of failure of distribution, failure of public action in providing the goods to the poor people, not because of the scarcity of food. He says. He was also awarded Bharat Ratna, the highest civilian award in India, by the President of India in the year 1999. That means after he got Nobel Prize in the year 1998, India recognized him in the year 1999. And his famous quote is, people's identities as Indians, as Asians, or as members of human race seemed to be given away quite suddenly to sectarian identification with Hindu, Muslim, or Sikh communities. What he says is, man has multiple identities, but man has multiple identities. But once they are recognized as Hindus, or as Muslims, or as Sikh, all other identities are disappeared. And sectarian identities identified and context stars. Whenever you identify the man with multiple identities, for example, yes, he is from Hyderabad, he is from Telangana, he is also an Indian. For example, he is a Muslim, he is from Hyderabad, he is from Telangana, he is an Indian, and he is an Asian. Of course, is the part of human race. If you identify the person like this, there is no conflict, she says. When you try to give a sectarian identity to the person, then the problem arises. That's why identify the person with multiple identities. Yes, he speaks Telugu, so Telugu person. He's a citizen of India, so he's an Indian. India is the part of Asia, so it's Asia. And all people are human beings, so it's part of human beings. Try to give this multiple identity to the persons so that no conflict arises. Abhijit Banerjee, born 21st February 1961, Bombay. And his full name is Abhijit Vinayak Banerjee. And he was awarded recently, in the year last year, 2019, along with his two co-researchers, Esther Duflo and Michael Karl, for their experimental approach to alleviating global poverty. How to eradicate poverty? New means he suggested, and simple means, simple tools he has suggested. For example, people hesitate to take vaccine. He suggests, along with vaccine, try to give the poor people some quantity of food grains so that they are attracted and they take vaccine. Hence, their health will be improved, their capacity to work will be improved, and they work more and they come out from the poverty. Like that. He has made some experiments in this regard. So, his works and new approach in poverty alleviation. For that reason, he, along with two others, was awarded Nobel Prize in the year 2019. He born 21st February 1961, Bombay, Indo-American Economics. He is currently professor of economics at Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, the famous Massachusetts Institute of Technology. And he has founded Abdul Latif Jamil Poverty Action Lab, under which they work for the poor and to alleviate poverty. His famous works are Poor Economics, a radical rethinking of the way to fight global poverty, and a short story of poverty in disabilities. Good Economics for Hard Times, Volatility and Disorders works. And as I said, he was awarded Nobel Memorial Prize in the year in Economic Sciences in 2019, along with his two co-researchers. And his famous quote is, poverty is not just a lack of money, it is not having the capability to realize one's full potential as human being. That's why he says, provide the tools to improve his capacity. Hence, they work more, they get more, and come out from the poverty. Okay. And it is regarding mind. Why I am doing these things? Myself also, from a poor background, from a small village named Gandhari in Kamaradi district, Telangana. And so far, I have written 11 books, and from that moved with ISBN. And so far, I have published 23 research papers in journals with ISSN and books with ISBN. I was awarded by Commissionerate of Collegiate Education as the best teacher in economics for entire Telangana in the year 2015. Why I have given my reference is because most of the students who are studying in government degree colleges are poor. And they have aspirational gap. Once you aspire to overcome poverty, you can overcome poverty. Many people are example, and one of those I am also. Once upon a time, I did not have a 200 rupees to buy a old cycle, but now I can buy a cycle, I can buy a two-wheeler, even I can offer a four-wheeler. Even I can build a small house for me. That is my capacity now. Once I did not have, now I have. So take the aspirations, take the examples of persons who alighted themselves from the poor background of otherwise deprivation of many things. So this is the regarding famous economists. Thank you one and all for patient listening from Adam Smith to Abhijit Sen Banerjee. So in the next class, we are going to discuss uh, elements of economics. Today, just we have gone through the famous economists, their famous quotes, and their meaning. We have. Thank you. Thank you very much.